So welcome to the new video, guys. Coming back at you with the next iteration of the Step Up Your Game series, I would believe. So now following up to the last game type, just getting the rounds on just the general game types and talking about Slayer today being the final one. In this game, I would say had a pretty good performance and actually was playing a duo queue with Trippy, which it has been quite some time, so that was nice. And you'll also probably kind of notice me playing a lot more maybe aggressive and sort of playing off of like the calls that I'm getting. It's not just me making guesses or judgment calls just based off of my own, like what I think is going on. I'm getting a lot of call outs about what's going on and trying to help people. So I'm also going to make note of that whenever these things are going down, try my best to point those things out and how I'm making my decisions in general. So hopefully you guys can learn a lot from this, and let's just jump right into it. Alright, so starting off with blue team, just your sort of normal start strat here. Typically, I usually say this pretty frequently, is I personally think that whatever side you spawn closest to, you should be able to kind of act off of your spawn. Teammate here actually is not even really moving off the start, so that's quite unfortunate. But I spawn closest to blue door, and in general, starts are super important. You gotta be able to act quick, just go, and you gotta be able to act off of the important positions. Obviously, OV being one of the prime objectives here off the rip. And I know where these guys are coming from. They're going to be Glass, they're going to be LR, they're going to be Soda, they're going to be Loop, maybe coming up poster stairs. I have all these things in mind. I'm going to try and just push out, get a couple good nades in. Myself and Trippy actually get a couple good nades on this LR guy, take him out really quick. And so this allows me to get the top gold, get a good angle, and I'm kind of like really out in the open here. And if we had our teammate actually playing, this would have been probably the cleanest 3-0, 4-0 start. But still, just the three of us going towards snipe, two of us playing for OV. We are able to have these really solid positions. I'm able to just kind of get some damage down, and teammates just kind of come in, clean up. We ended up burning OV, so yeah, if we had all four of us ready here, we definitely could have had a much stronger start even than we already had. And naturally, I just get cleaned up here after getting my double. But we have snipe. We still have, I think my teammate in blue, yeah, he still hasn't even moved yet. But we're spawning blue, we have snipe, and I see that I've spoken about this before on my stream. There is always important places and high points and just places of interest in general in every single map, not just Plaza, but every single map. And really, S4, top gold, LR, Glass, these are like really the most important locations you really want to be in. So we already have snipe and we have blue control. After our, like, I want to say it was 3 dead at the start, I figured it probably would have been the best to actually just push out snipe here and get some other control. Pushing through yard could have also been another option, but I already spawned closest to this blue ramp, so I just figured I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go and try to be quick. Let's turn on the outlines here too, so we can kind of see where some of these people are at. As I was saying before, I was correct. I figured these guys were going to be coming off respawn as well. I didn't figure they would be snipe. That's probably a little bit too close to where we are blue. They should be spawning loop like they do. And I'm just going to push out quick. And I had my teammates to kind of back me up here. That's another thing that's kind of important, is to have these guys over blue just watching over me. And that's really important for these breakouts. Whether it is even Slayer or other game types, this is just something very fundamental. Like, you want to be in the line of sight. You want to be able to have your teammates really play off of you, and you to play off of them. I could even be in that position, blue window or top dip, and somebody else could be in this position. And this is exactly really what you want to be doing, is have these sort of complementary positions that I've talked about before, even in the last oddball Step Up Your Game video. So you really want to try and just do your best to have that sort of cohesion and working with your teammates. Even though I don't have comms with most of them, Joey, Trippy over there, I do have comms with, and I'm telling them what I'm doing. But even these guys top dip, they have an idea, like they're going to look over me and ahead towards this loop spawn. And I'm just going to be aggressive here to try and just get some damage, get some information, and distract for my sniper, because that's really the most important thing that I forgot to mention, is my sniper is alive and well. He's in blue window. He was high blue window just a second ago looking around. And really, I just need to do damage. Hopefully I can get a kill here and there, or just get somebody weak enough for like a body shot even. But you really want to stay alive and just be in important areas to keep your sniper guy as safe as possible and create as many easy kills as possible. So I'm just getting to S4, just staying alive, doing damage. I'm just watching my back. As you can see, nading, spring jumping up. Always trying to get up top. As you notice, I just want to rewind real quick just to kind of show off this ideology of always playing for the advantages. I jump out quick, I challenge this guy, I get weak, so then I waited to back up, instantly go to S4. There could have been a guy low, that is a possibility, but I figured not. But either way, you probably would see me and many other players just once you're weak, get up top. And I see these guys are here, I get a couple shots. I figured I tried to maybe stay up top S4 right away, but I missed it, and then instantly get back to S4 using that spring jump. And I stay on top of this light post, I'm still looking around, and I noticed that we're actually getting pushed here in a second. So just turn right around, help my teammates, and just try and put some pressure, because I think my teammate was the sniper guy there in blue. So I just want to push in, try and help him. He probably could have even stayed blue ramp to close out these kills with me, but he decided to go back to flower door to our teammate's spawning loop, so that's not a bad play at all. But I'm still kind of just left alone here, and I'm just trying to make as best of a situation as I can. I get my trade, and I end up actually dying here, just kind of an easy nade. So it is what it is. But now we have them trapped at snipe, so this is more a Plaza specific tip and advice is if you can keep these guys trapped at snipe, that is really ideally where you want to keep them trapped. Slayer or strongholds, this is very much ideal. You want to have somebody blue, top gold, glass, maybe soda stairs or top mid, and then there's nothing that they really can do without you getting some sort of information. If they go lift, that's the easiest read from glass. Just see them lifting, and you already have an angle from blue. Or if they go out from this angle into the open courtyard, then these guys blue or top gold as well just have all this information to gain from them pushing out. It allows you to then sort of prepare on your next, I guess, play. So as you can see, we had them still kind of trapped to snipe. We didn't have that much pressure. We had the right positions, but we didn't have enough pressure in blue or top mid to really keep them pinned down. But it's okay. We still have the lead, and we still have, I'd say, that better positions. Teammate goes top gold and dies, and I'm still just kind of chilling up here, trying to do the same thing, take that complementary position, look at my teammates taking that fight over at posters, and then I'm getting shot from hotel here. Back down right away, just so I can stay alive. That's another important thing. I think a lot of people waste their lives when they get into good spots. It's these good spots are only as good as you actually being alive here. Doesn't matter if you get there. If you die right away, it's kind of the same thing as just going for a power weapon or a power up and just dying as you're picking it up. If you have the opportunity to play your life and stay alive and then get back to that position or get back to that weapon, whatever it is, that's really how you want to try and play it as often as possible. I actually just happened to get 5 here, so that was just on me. Not the best challenge. I probably could have just backed down, but I went for the ego chow. It's okay. Dropped that kill, and we still have a 4-kill lead. Try to get to my teammate quickly. I see he had sniper, so I'm going to try and push up for this. See if I can get an easy pick. Not so easy, but I still get one, and I'm just kind of waiting here with Trippy. Even though I'm still one shot, I'm about to get my shield, so I'm aware of that, and I'm ready to challenge here right away. He happens to get that kill, and I'm still getting damage. Now I drop out. I'm trying to just play my life here, wait for my teammates to come in like they are through gold and flower door, and now I'm going to just pretty much push right back in. I see that they're right there in the yard, so it's my time to push. I probably would have pushed in through light hall, but then I start getting shot instantly. I figured, okay, I just need to go back through driveway. This is okay. Always an okay play to, keep yourself alive, but still be prevalent in the play with your team. So I'm moving right away, even while I'm weak. Like I'm 2-shot here, but I'm still holding forward because I know the attention is on my teammates. And I turn around right away. Kind of caught off guard with this guy, but I turned the fight around in my favor. And we continue to get these favorable loop spawns, which is where you want to be once again. On Plaza. We close out these kills. We're all over here just focusing the same thing. Again, you really want to try and reinforce this sort of playing with your teammates, complementary positions whenever you can. That's really what you want to be doing. And so we still have all these positions. They're trapped in blue. They're going yard. blue, this is another thing as well, is the most ideal is to trap them snipe, but if they are trapped in blue, that is also a very much close to ideal and hard spot for the enemy team to push out of. You keep them trapped in blue, you have snipe control like we do. This is usually the case, is you have glass, maybe you have a guy yard BR, just look back through here, glass and yard BR, then you have a guy top middle or top nest. Same kind of thing is you have all these positions, and if you're S4, you can kind of just see where everybody's going. And if there's a guy top gold, like myself, I would have been able to see anybody hotel or bottom dip, most likely. If you're top nest, same thing. You just get a lot of information, and you can just kind of plan accordingly to what is going to happen based off of just where they're moving, and you can kind of counter their movement with your own. And as you can see, I'm just kind of waiting for my teammates to walk through. I probably could have challenged right away for that guy. Just hindsight here, looking back, I could have maybe challenged a little bit faster just to look at the guy my teammate was shooting at, but I didn't want to drop. Maybe that guy just jumps out, thrusts out driveway, or sits behind that planter, and then we get killed by this guy coming flower door. I knew his teammates were all over here in flowers, so I didn't want to take that risk. So that maybe could have been on me, but this is also still solo duo queue, so I'm not communicating with that guy top gold to let him know what I'm doing. I'm just taking my time in here. I don't really want to get, like, I don't know, ninja'd or whatever, but I push through that top gold area. We clean up the kills, and I hear Trippy telling me that he is pushing blue. These guys are weak, so it's my time to walk through and try and help him. He gets that kill, that melee kill right there on Sab. Start walking through just to help him as quickly as I can. So again, Slayer, there is not really an objective, obviously. There's not really an objective to tell you like what you need to do. So it is really all about you playing your life, playing with your teammates, getting those kills. And just to make your life easier, you really always want to be playing for these weapons. Whatever advantages you can get, this is really where Slayer stands out from a lot of the other ones. Is like all you have to rely on is your teammates or power-ups to get you these kills. So they're, I would say, almost even more important in this game type. Power-ups, you can slay as much as you want in a flag or a strongholds with all the snipers, all the railguns, all the scatter shots in the world. But if you get all the kills and no flag caps, you're still at 0. But all these kills really do add up with Slayer, so that's just always something you need to keep in mind, really much so. You need to just ingrain that in all of your brains to always stay on top of that with this game type. Let's keep on going ahead. So again, we had blue control. We actually left yard completely. If we had somebody just sitting top gold here, I imagine they probably would have been 4-stacked into snipe, but that's okay. We still have pretty much an ideal setup right now, and we're putting pressure quickly, so this is also fine. It would be a bad instance if we took our time here and didn't really just push, and that guy top gold or in yard now would have did something to shoot us in the back while we just kind of hesitated on this push. But as you can see, I get up top right away. I'm just pushing, collapsing on the one-shot guy, get that guy weak, Trippy cleans him up, and I'm just moving quickly because speed really is the factor with Slayers. Is you gotta get these kills and you gotta be ready for the next fights. Still applies to every game type, but Slayer more so, just because each life really matters so much more. Now let me just kind of rewatch this a little bit just to see if there's any better position I maybe could be throwing myself into. I think I dropped down there maybe to just secure that kill for my teammate Mop here, but now I'm just kind of down here. Joey died on Soda, so I'm just going to push straight through, see what I can do. This guy, yeah, I saw him go on silo. I thought he would have been an easier kill, but it is what it is. I make my way to light rifle. Again, just always having that progressive thinking, that progressive thought of what can I do next to still stay up in the fight, because that guy's important, obviously. He's a kill to change the tide in our numbers, but I still need to think ahead of where I should be. I can't just I mean, I can, but I would say it's not a clear, bigger picture plan to just full send at this guy or stay just standing out in the open, bottom middle, just watching a corner. I can't just do that. I needed to walk up LR. I needed to either push him or I needed to go driveway. I needed to do something with a more forward-thinking plan in mind. So I go up LR, get up top, getting shot from bottom mid. So I'm just trying to play my life right now because we happen to actually be trading out like some kills here. And this is another thing to keep in mind too, is we have a very large lead in this game. And with Slayers, once you get any sort of lead like this, I would say it is the time to keep that pressure, keep that panic up. That is really what you want to do. You want to try and do that in every game type if you possibly can, but Slayer, you really feel that pressure. You can tell how big of a lead that really is when we're practically double their score. So that just means if we just create any sort of situation that goes on a little bit longer, like I'm weak top mid, but I just don't die right away. I'm still living, and that guy had to go driveway or wherever he went, and that guy top gold couldn't really do anything against me, and I get my shields back, and I'm just playing my life, milking my life, and trying to make sure that we just keep doing damage. And I get that kill, I just drop bottom mid to make sure I don't die as quickly as possible. And I'm still just thinking ahead. I'm pretty certain hearing callouts here. Yeah, I'm hearing callouts from Joey. Okay, these guys are glass. I'm going to try and push ahead. I get called out, but somebody finds me walking out from blue door, and he's bottom dip. But he actually gets caught out as well and gets sniped by my teammate. So good on us to keep up this sort of pressure. And I will say right here that this is, I guess, not a great challenge. I even thought about it in the middle of the game. As soon as this happened, I'm trying to nade top gold. Half-ass nade, just did not hit it well, or else it would have actually worked. I'm getting shot from U-turn. This is a perfect example of like how not to tunnel. This is what you want to not do. Is I had an idea that there's going to be a guy top gold. I threw a poor nade and I even knew it. I get shot in the back. I turn around and I just die. I even thought I could just go into blue, but I was like, nah, I'm just going to try and challenge because I have so many teammates around me. And even in the fray, I think a lot of people get this wrong in their mind. Is they're like, there's so many people around me, all my teammates around me, how am I dying? How am I not getting kills? And like that exactly is how that happens. Like there's just so many conditions going on where your teammates are weak, they're looking at somebody else, they're also weak, and they just can't really do much. They can't act off of just what you think. It's really much a bias from just your eyes on what's going on. So you always need to keep that in mind. This is very much just a tip in general, not just for Slayer, but just to step up your game across the board is to always, I guess, a way to think about it is to, I guess, empathize, sort of think about how your teammates are doing right now. Think about like what is going on with them. Why can't they really help you? Sometimes your teammates will just drop the ball and they could have helped you. But when it's solo duo, I would say there's a lot of instances where people just actually can't. Not even solo duo, but just in general. So I just spawn back driveway, get right up the glass so I can be right into the action, see what's going on, look up top, make sure that we're not getting pushed too easily. But I get one shot, so I'm just kind of playing my life here, just waiting for my shield to come back, and now I'm ready to challenge. Get a solid nade, and push out. I can see that my teammates are putting pressure, or Mop over there at least was putting pressure on the blue side of the map. I had Joey over here just going top mid. I knew I could just kind of go out and start this push and get this kill quickly. Now, I didn't know exactly where everyone else was at, but I knew there's 2 or 3 guys that snipe, and then my teammate dies at blue. I just have a lot of information right now that I can just kind of walk forward as I please. And I try and get that, I get that trade, or not that trade, but I get that 5, and I just knew that if I'm doing damage here, my teammates should be able to kind of act off of it. Joey, he's kind of out of the play right now. I think he accidentally dropped, and I knew my teammate was glass. So I had figured that no matter what, we probably would have been able to do something. I think Sab is probably going to die here pretty soon. But either way, Sab ends up dying. Tribby trades out. We're playing for OV, and that's another important thing to keep track of here is that we're playing still on this inside of the map towards light rifle, towards glass, for this overshield. And we really wanted to try and reinforce this position because you want to be glass and you want to be snipe. Like this is what you want for OV. You don't want to be blue in top gold. Even though top gold is actually a really great position for overshield, you're just not really in any position to go for it. Whenever you're sitting poster stairs, you can easily just break out and sprint thrust slide for this OV, or being benches, same thing. Kind of just break out, shoot top gold, and go for this OV. There's a lot more cover to play off of, and that's why we were able to at least take out that guy going for the overshield. Now we get a couple picks. Poor nade from me. I didn't realize my team was just going to sprint through. And I'm just kind of committing. I wanted to waste that snipe shot. I actually shot there in my game, but it didn't show up on theater, so it is what it is. But teammates are coming in to collapse on the back end, which is great from them. Spawn in blue, and we're dead, so I'm just trying to move out a little bit. I see that this guy's getting shot. I don't know if it was, yeah, it wasn't Trippy that was shooting him, but I could just tell where the shots were going at. Just kind of flank through, run behind him, see what I could do. And then I ended up trying to push yard here. I kind of wasn't really thinking too much, and then I hear Joey say, there's a guy blue ramp. I'm just like, I'm not even going to focus on these guys' yard or where they could be. Just go back for the simple kill, because if I don't go back here, this could maybe be a little bit more of an annoying guy like living in blue. I go for the assassination, just a little fun BM, nothing wrong with that. And just get back into blue, staying alive. Hear this guy flower door, push through, miss a couple shots. And at this point, once again, these are the kind of calculated risks that you can really take, where this guy's weak, bottom dip. This is a hard kill to really close out on if I don't know exactly where he could be. He could have already jumped up to top gold. He could have been bottom dip in this corner already. He could have been chilling here, bottom dip. Or he could have been on the sign. I think he was just chilling up here just a second ago. But we have such a big lead. These are the risks that you really do want to take sometimes, just to go for it. But I don't close out on the kill, so I back up, try and toss a nade, just play my life. But as you can see, I want to reinforce that more often than not, if you leave these one-shot kills, your teammates can close them out, just like Joey does there on the guy bottom dip. I don't really need to I don't need to force that. Even if I do go down here and get that kill, that guy Glass might have just cleaned me up. Or this guy that was Blue Truck or Hotel, I don't know where he just was. Let's just see real quick. Just for my own sake, I want to see where this guy could have been. Okay, he was top snipe. Yeah, that guy might have just been able to clean me up anyway. And going for trades in this instance isn't that bad, but we're in a very fortunate position right now to be in such a big lead. But I would say this is not the most common occurrence. You're probably going to have closer games. So going for these trades is not ideal. You really want to have your teammates play off of you, and you play off your teammates for whoever's weak. You don't always need to be the big playmaker all the time trying to outgun people in the worst circumstances. So we get our kills. I'm nading top gold. I'm get shot in the back. Just playing my life, getting back up top right away, as I mentioned before. Get weak, get up top, and just try and go from there. Get caught off guard a little bit. And I hear that Sab is soaring out. I'm just going to challenge myself. Hear my teammate challenging Flower Door as he was. So a lot's going on here. I'm trying to play my life. I see my teammate's Flower Door. I can re-challenge back. I know I can work blue here. I don't need to push out top mid. I don't need to look at that guy bottom snipe yet. This is just my closest influence on this guy in blue. So my teammate dies, but I'm right there again. A lot of times your teammates are there to play off of your weak people or one-shot people. So always keep that in mind, and sometimes you're going to get away. Like that guy could have maybe have gotten away, and he still maybe could have lived, but I don't know if Mop could have maybe played his life a little bit better. Either way, you always have teammates. You always have 3 other people in the game with you to back you up a lot of times. And there's going to be times where they fail, and you fail as well to help your teammates, but just always try and keep it in mind to be that complimentary role whenever you can. So it's the last couple kills, just gonna hold forward at this point. This is the push because you can't lose kind of moment, and just close out the game. So that was just kind of a breakdown, a little bit of a longer breakdown of a Plaza Slayer where really had a big lead most of the game, so it was very aggressive. There wasn't too much slowing down, which you probably would see maybe in some more common games. But in general, just some quick tips and advice that I was trying to dish out throughout this video was just, again, reinforcing the most fundamental things of always playing for those power weapons and those power-ups, playing for the positions, which when there are no power weapons, power-ups, that's like your next best thing, is those positions to keep you up in the game, keep you in just a great position, and any sort of advantage is going to just take you the distance. And if you're always playing for those advantages, that's what's going to get you a lot further and a lot higher of a rank if you guys are really trying to grind out and keep rising in the ranks. So you need these sort of advantages at any point in the game. If there is no power-up and a power-up, then power positions are your next best thing. Playing off of your teammates is huge in Slayer. You really want to try and reinforce these 2v1s, 3v1s, any instances that you get to play with your teammates. That is another just ideal. Now, it always feels great to win these like pivotal 1v1s. You just win the piv, you just 5 the guy, whatever it is, reversal 5. It feels great, and those moments can always be like you want to experience it. You want to be the person that like people will talk about, or just notice like, wow, he just did that. If you want to become probably one of the best players, you need to allow those moments to happen, not force them. So you can make solo plays, but you have to actually think them through maybe a little bit more often than not. So just be wary of that, especially in Slayers. That's just where those solo flanks, those solo pushes really can bite you in the ass. So just be aware of that. So I think that will close it out for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Slayer is kind of a weird game type to break down and give just clear, this is what you need to always be doing, because it's very much, like I said earlier in the video, there's no just clear objective to tell you what you need to be. There's weapons on the map just like any objective. There's power-ups on the map, and the positions are still the same. So it can be kind of hard to read what is right and wrong, but that is where I'm trying to maybe reinforce some more fundamental ideology about how you should be playing the game with your teammates, trying to play for the weapons, playing for the positions. Those basic things always just translate into kills and translate into maybe helping you stay alive, which Slayer is just only that. That is all it is. And with OBJs, it always just starts with the kill. It starts with staying alive, and then you run the OBJ or you get the OBJ, whatever it is. So it really does come down to like Slayer first and then OBJ second, in a sense, if that makes sense. So hopefully you guys can understand that and apply it to your own gameplay. And if you have any questions, be sure to leave it in the comments. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit that like button. Let me know what you guys want to see next time, and I'll see you guys in the next Step Up Your Game series video.